medicine, poison choice.
I mean, he's trying. He's trying his best. But we can start
Keep
with
on.
warm-up questions. If you guys want to roll your D100s.
D20s, I imagine.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, those first.
Onyx got an 18. Sid got a 2.
Okay.
So an unnatural
10.
Okay.
So I got a 10, 11, and 12.
Perfect. Onyx first then. I can have
Alright.
Onyx roll his D100.
That was a 26.
I don't know if Onyx would know this. How comfortable are you, Onyx, on horse riding?
That's an interesting one. I mean, short answer is never ridden a horse. Ever. I would imagine that would be, though, a skill that, because, he, at least before he was fully created, when he was created, he already knew certain things. Just kind of, I think it was transferred from, Sid's knowledge base, and I think Sid, well, he hasn't done it a ton. He, knows the basics of riding a horse, so that would then transfer over to Onyx. So, never done it, but probably could figure it out pretty easily. At least the basics.
So throw some horses at him. Got it.
Put him on a horse. Make him a mounted combatant. I dare you. No. That's it.
Okay, cool. Siler, you're next. I don't know if it was Bordal or Merlin that got higher.
No, it was Bordel first, then Marlon.
Perfect. D100, please, for Bordal.
So close, you guys. 67.
Dang.
I mean, we have done it. It has been done before, so it can be done. Just a 1 in 100 chance.
I don't know if Bordal's gotten this one before. What's a reoccurring dream that your character has?
You know that thing I told you about where he worries of his mom coming to get him? That. But she's angry at him for some reason.
Oh no. So reoccurring nightmare, got it.
I mean, it's
Are you
that
calling
he
his
doesn't
mom a nightmare?
realize no one is going to call her that anywhere in earshot of her. That is, even if you guys never met it before, you know that rule.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Marlon, D100, please.
Hopping on and off.
Oh, that was an 85.
Describe how you usually dress.
Like on a normal day, or just
Yeah, on a normal day.
usually dress in the. Assuming that this is a day that I'm forced to dress any particular way, be it fancy or less bundled and such. I'd honestly prefer to go cloak, no shirt, just pants, and either sandals or boots, with weapons at the back.
Okay. I can see more than that. Miss Mercedes, D100, please.
Yes, ma'am. Alrighty. Okay. I don't think I've gotten this one before. 13?
Lucky.
Oh, this one's an interesting one. If your character had access to the internet, what would be in their search history?
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if this counts, but she would probably have the standard international version of the Bible on her phone. She would probably be watching a Pond Friar Review, which is this funny channel where these friars talk about stuff. And all those types of channels that talk about religion and all that. And maybe some art hack videos to help with her journaling and her manuscript. That, and then in incognito mode, she'd probably be asking questions like how to tell if you are the child of a demon, how to tell if you are blah blah blah.
How to tell if
That's
demon
very
baby.
fitting.
How tell if demon baby.
Well,
Yeah.
who is my father?
Who is Papa?
Yeah.
Is Mom still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's sword come from?
Ooh, I don't know if Google has the answer to that one.
Am chosen one.
Love it. That one was a fun one.
That or, and I'm trying to remember what it was she was trying to think the answer to. Right, that darkness in it. I imagine she'd try to incognito search that.
Yes.
Yeah.
How
Right.
to get rid of
Right.
demon dad?
Okay.
Bring back priest?
Yeah, things like that.
Very fitting, and I approve. Okay, so
Was there anything else? Sid still needs. Okay.
Yep.
55.
55. Sidian, how do you feel about being in the dark? It's actually
In
a
the
very fitting
dark.
question.
Like the.
That's just a question. In the dark.
Just like
However you
in the
wanna
dark
interpret
on
that.
certain topics, or. Just
However
in the
you
dark.
want to interpret that. It just says, how do you feel about being in the dark?
He doesn't like knowing. He doesn't like not knowing. Sorry, what's right in front of him, or much less, all around him. He does not like it from generally a more practical side of things, frankly.
Fair. That's fair. I think that's a lot of people. You're not afraid of the dark, right?
He's not like scared of the darkness itself, unless there are sentient shadow monsters inside of it. In which case, he would be scared of the dark. But that's not most darkness. That's enhanced darkness. And no, not scared of the dark itself.
So
Or
60% of the
what's-
time, you're not afraid of it every time.
Not scared of the dark. Scared of what's in. Paranoid of what is in the dark.
Okay.
I think paranoid is a good word.
I like that. Okay. So then that wraps up the warm-up questions. I will say I think Hephaestus will not be joining us today because I don't know if you can hear him in the background. He's dying.
Yeah, I heard a couple coughs.
Yeah, that's it.
Goodness.
Yeah, no.
So I kicked him off today. So he
My
can rest.
condolences, by the way.
Yeah. So, quick recap of what happened last week. After some very intense planning, you guys came up with a plan to take on these cave lizards that you guys found at the bottom of this little chamber here. It consisted of Centurion going down first because he is the only one that can see in magical darkness, and utilizing the drift globe to see about gathering attention from these cave lizards so that you guys could safely go down. It went off without a hitch, and you guys were all able to make your way down to the bottom of this chamber here where you guys decided to take on the cave lizards, and a fight ensued. And it was a lot easier once you guys knew that they were blind and they were able to get rid of the darkness with the drift globe. You guys were able to successfully defeat 3 of these guys. So now we begin with you guys scavenging for parts. I believe, Sidian, you said that you were looking to get a couple bits of hide.
Yeah, like if depending on like how long it would take, and Onyx will assist in the process, but like if for no other reason than these are big creatures, I just kind of want to go like a slit at the neck, then down the side, then kind of like as far down the tail as I can go, and then to the side again, and then back up to where I started.
Okay.
Just kind of getting as much of the hide as he can in one go, not really caring if he damages the scales where it's being cut, but mostly just to get the large portion of the scales.
Okay. And is it just, are you just trying to do this on one, or are you trying to do this for all 3?
I think probably see how long it takes with the one, and then we'll see from there.
Okay. Everyone else, how long? Because this would probably take for one. We're looking at roughly about 20 to 30 minutes to get it fully chopped off of the body.
I mean, one of
I'll
us has
help
already
him skin it.
Yeah, one of us has already gone off to deliver the head as a present.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess we're
Marlon
gonna
is
need some time anyway.
Is skinning the other one, and trying to break it down as best he can, as he was taught by his quote unquote friend.
Okay. So we have everyone kind of skinning these creatures while Borodal went off to deliver the head, which by the time Borodal you come back, I think everyone would be done since everyone in the group is working to get this together.
That works. So you're getting one pill and I'm getting the other, basically? I think we're just leaving this last one.
If anyone else wants it, if not, I guess so. I'm trying to save some of the meat as well.
Okay.
I'll take the scales if you're not interested. You can keep holding
No,
on to those.
I'm taking one, but if you want to take the third one, then I guess no one's claim.
Could I send Onyx? I'll take Mercy's help, and I'll send Onyx to do the other one.
Yeah, there's
that way we get
4 of you guys down here. I think between 4 of you guys, you're able to get all 3 of them, probably within the half-hour mark, to get some, definitely for sure the hide and the scales, and I know Marlon wanted some of the meat. The meat looks gray and slightly off color. I don't know if you want to eat it, but you do gather up some of the meat.
That'll work.
By the time Borodal comes back and you guys are finished with these, you guys notice that Centurion and Arthur are gone.
Ah, damn it. They went to the Shadow Realm too.
Yeah.
The C dimension.
That, or they gone on ahead of us and they might find better stuff.
Who knows where they're at? You guys will find out next week. Maybe.
We'll find out.
But
maybe.
You guys are now down to a party of 5 with your drift globe still hovering around. What would you guys like to do?
Good, because I did want to get that from Centurion before he disappeared.
Yeah, no, the drift globe is just floating there, kind of illuminating your guys' little room here. But it didn't go with Centurion.
Okay. I'm actually going to... can anybody else cast light? And actually, Onyx can cast light, so he will... he's just going to kind of cast light on a... He'll summon a spear again to kind of hold up the light on. And then Sid is actually going to conjure a hooded lantern that will, like... I want that to, like, shine some dim light onto the ground around them. And then, like, have, like, a beam, basically, that shoots out. And, like, he's going to put the drift globe inside to provide us the light source with the daylight spell while that's still active.
Okay.
But we only have like
Yeah,
a half
I would
hour
say,
left.
yeah. After the fight and everything, you guys getting down there, probably about 20 minutes left of the daylight spell is what you're estimating. But yeah, if you want to get a hooded lantern, you can. It will illuminate bright light in a 30-foot radius, because that's what a hooded lantern does.
Okay.
Or you could reduce it to dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Okay. That works. Because, yeah, just as long as he can shut it off if need be.
Yep.
Or dim it if need
Yep.
be. Are we ready to go? Hopefully we'll either catch up with the others
so.
or they'll catch up with us. So I'm going to suggest marching order. Sid either is in the front or back and Onyx is in the other, because that way we're totally illuminated. Should probably sit in the front.
I'm probably still gonna send Bordal ahead to scout out though, and he's got his dark vision.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. So Bordal out like a decent way in front, but we're probably gonna get hey look, a branching path right away.
Surprise.
Oh wait, no, actually, is it just
Hold.
okay? Yeah. Ah. Oh. Oh. Let's go left, maybe. Let me double check the other. Okay, yeah, no, that one doesn't have. Am I visible? Or can I actually see
are.
those things?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna.
Question: how far ahead was I of all of this?
If you scouted out ahead, I will say, Borodal, you would see this kind of branch in the road first. The path does fork north and south of you guys. To the north, you will be able to spot movement in the darkness from what can only be described as a conglomerate of shadowy tentacles. That's what you find to the north. You don't really
boy.
see anything down to the south other than more path.
Wait, did Heidi just say score?
No, I said. No, I said. Oh, I think.
That could have been such an awkward turn.
Oh no.
Oh, that would have been
Mercy, are you good?
Oh gosh. I am well. Where is your brain? Your mind is in the gutter again, Sidian.
Come on, I think you
Do
know.
I need to?
Oh,
I need to
God,
dole out
Mercy's
penance
darkness.
to you? Oh no.
Yeah. Could I remember? Did the
Yeah, no.
dwarf- Yeah.
I'm sending out my ghost to essentially scout out the eerie tentacles of darkness.
Here, and I'll send Calatrus the other way. Just maximum scouting.
This is what you see.
Score.
I don't know about
What we
score.
Which one of us?
I'm teasing.
Your ghost. As he scouts north, he stumbles upon these creature that's kind of oozing and slinking around the top portion of this cave.
It's on the top and it's just waiting there.
It's just kind of walking around, minding its own business right now. It doesn't look like it's noticed anyone
That
yet.
thing looks
Okay.
like. It looks like it's got the
Alright.
munchies.
I only see one though, right?
No, you would see two.
Cool. Cool.
Arcana check.
Can I see the? Can I see the end?
You said, can you see the end?
Yeah, no, of the room that they're like in area. And like, is it like a straight tunnel? Is it an ovalish room? Is it just a winding path?
It is like a little alcove in this hallway. So as you're going up, you'll see the tracks that the mine kind of has, and it leads away from this room, but where they're at kind of is a little bit higher north from them.
Is there anything else in that room that we would be able to see?
No.
Maybe we don't go that way to start out with. Could I?
Well, I'm still waiting for him to come back and tell us all this.
That's also true. Well, we could still see and discuss. It's just from a distance.
Well, he sent his ghost. I'm assuming this is before you stepped out into the hallway, Sidian, and
okay, sorry.
Shined your light.
Didn't realize, sorry, that was, yeah, sorry, still at that point.
Yeah, no, if it looks like that's going to go in a different direction, then the ghost will come back, tell me, and then I will go back and tell everyone. So that's what's down that path, guys, and I don't think we should... I want to say we shouldn't, but I also want to fight those things.
Maybe not. Let's see what... I sent Calitris down the other path, so let's see what she reports back with.
And
DM, real talk, how... what would it take to make one of these things like a pet for... Merlin? He might be in the market for a new one.
I don't think we know anything about them currently, other than they look like that.
No, just what they look like, and that alone is like, if I could get these like, just to pretend to be clothes, and then just when they're ready to strike.
That would take quite a big persuasion? Animal handling? What would I even have you roll for that? I don't even...
We can figure that out when we get there.
We'll figure that out later.
That's a return trip project.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like a downtown activity, maybe. I wonder what happens if I just throw dynamite into it and just explode it.
You could try. Does Calitris have dark vision?
Here's what I'm afraid of.
Check the stat block. I think she has dark vision. I'm just checking. Dark vision, 60 feet.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So Calitris would go south, and as she's going south, she will see that it does split up again into two different paths, one going to the east, one going to the west. The one to the west is very short and ends kind of abruptly, but there is a door that kind of leads into another room that is actually a lot more, I guess, constructed than the natural cave that you're kind of in. It looks like it's more of an intentional room placed there. And then the one to the south continues down into a bit of a deeper path. I don't know how far down you want to send Calitris.
I don't know if I'm in... Would I still be in telepathic communication range? I forget how far that extends. Let's see if I can check that. A 100 feet, so probably still... Or would she? I'd say, like, what she would do is look down and then come back, at least within range, to communicate that.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely would be able to go down and be able to take a look down the longer hallway. It also kind of branches out into these small alcoves. where inside there are other fun things kind of waiting for you.
Yeah. More goodies.
Well, should we kill these lovely, tentacly, smiling gentlemen?
Ah. Freaky.
Or these
And those are in an
creatures?
alcove to the side?
Ew.
Yes.
Also, tentacly, smiley gentlemen.
Which tentacly smiley gentleman do you guys want to face?
Well, Mercy,
This is
you
a
would be
decision.
next. I'm kidding.
Calitrus will say that there are 2 different alcoves. Both of them consist of 2 of these creatures inside. So you're looking at 4 of these creatures in total.
How large, like,
But we're gonna have to face them all at
Size-wise.
some point.
not necessarily.
These are not as large as what you got back for the description of the first tentacly oozy creature things. These are about 8 feet by 6 feet big. A little
Okay.
bit closer on the large side, but the smaller version of the large size.
And do they seem rooted into the ground? Because the image kind of seems that way, but, like, was she able to tell from that?
I don't think she was able to tell. There are puddles of water that
Okay.
kind of surround them that they're in.
Alright. Do any of them, like, react to her presence?
No.
Interesting.
They're just waiting.
I'll recall Cal just back and relay all that to the others. My suggestion would be to go down the to the south and then to the left, that door, and see what's behind there. Because whatever it is, it's constructed in some way.
Makes sense. I'm trying to gather up as much of the meat as I can, and like in the smaller, like just not even in bundles, just tying them up with ropes and just making a meat backpack. If and when we run into something like this, one of my first ideas is to just throw this at them to see if we can get them distracted and just move around.
Potentially an option. The phrase meat backpack is interesting.
Well,
Okay.
here's my thing for this. If we were to say throw the remains of these things at one of these things and just, I'm asking, I don't know why I want to ask Mercy for this and not you, Sid, no offense or anything, but making the loudest kind of angry sound we can just to make it sound like something new and worse than them is here now to
No
keep our
offense taken.
exit from being stopped.
Wanted to wait until after you said it, but yeah, no offense taken with that.
But what are you guys doing?
So you want to explore a bit of south? Also, did we see what was to the left of the tentacle monsters, or was that something else?
The path kind of curved down. So unless you want him to go further on.
Let's get at least closer before we have them scout farther. I want to check out that door, though. It seems like the closest thing.
Okay. I'm going to
It
tell
might
my
give us
ghost to
information.
scout down just a little bit, but meet back up with us if they find anything. Like, not to engage, try not to get caught, stick to like the walls and such.
I will let you know what you find up there.
I'm
from
also
there-
going to hood the lantern. Sorry.
Perfect.
All right. Following behind Sid and I'm assuming Calatrus, because you guys are the new like lead scouts, but I've got weapons ready to shank anything that comes at us nasty.
Okay.
Vision
Merlin will be at
weapon.
the back, making sure nothing tries to kill us.
Okay. Vision went in on Sid's end, and actually Onyx as well.
Yep.
Figuring the
I
settings
like all
out.
this dynamic
or
lighting.
feeling- yeah, the
Well,
dynamic.
that's what you
things,
guys
like,
see
do.
now. Because now you dimmed your lantern to 5 foot radius, or how long
Oh.
did you want to make it?
Am I able to
Yeah, no,
adjust it?
I don't know if it goes to 5 feet or 10 feet, but essentially, it's very
Okay,
much
10.
just to you guys.
Yeah.
Well, even then, I can only really see a little bit.
Ugh.
I guess if I move it. Yeah.
Let's see.
I guess it does kind of follow. A little. I'll have like 10 feet.
Okay.
Does this affect my dark vision for Borodal?
No, Bardal would be able to see a lot more.
Yeah, I guess Onyx still has his light up, so yeah.
We'll put there. Sidian, that's about what you can see with your dimness, your dim light.
Okay. These are the.
Is that where Onyx is going?
I mean, Onyx would follow behind.
Okay.
I don't know if. Yeah.
Perfect. Mercedes and Marlon, are you guys also going to be following?
Yeah.
Question, just with Borodal, and I don't know if this is because I can see something at the bottom corner just in a straight line. Am I supposed to see that?
Yes, that's from the light source that Onyx has with his light.
Like all the way down, like here?
Yeah, just making sure I'm supposed to be able to see that. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess there might be some natural light down there that we can see through.
And let me see. Borodal, dark vision, 60 feet. There you go. You should be able to see a bit more.
You know
Yeah,
what?
no, ready to go.
It might be time. Cat vision goggles return. Considering darkness will be playing a large role here, it seems. Vision goggles.
Okay,
No,
but
I'm sure it's just these rooms.
yeah, no, just these rooms.
Yeah.
So Sidian,
Our
as
torches.
you approach down this hallway and you're following these minor tracks, you do see that they do veer off to your left, which is to the east of this map. You'll see that it does end with a couple of mining carts that right now are currently empty, and the wall just kind of ends. But you do see another door just slightly below you that is currently open and leads into what you can assume is a constructed room, because you actually see kind of stone walls. The floor is a little bit more even. This looks like it was intentionally meant to be here.
Okay. I'm going to check for traps if I can.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
All right. Investigation, that's only a +8.
Oh no.
21.
As you are looking into this room, you don't see any traps. No tripwire, false plates, nothing of that sort.
Nothing sketchy. All right. He's gonna go inside and I think at this point he'll release the hood so that we could get a good sight of what's in here. Little did he know that would be the fatal mistake for the entire party.
He was isekai'd and had an amazing adventure, but we never saw him again.
The blinding light of day.
Okay. What you see is what you can assume is some sort of break room. There are tables and some benches and chairs laid out. It looks like what can be an empty casket or a couple empty caskets of what you assume was ale are against both walls. Some broken plates scattered about, but it doesn't look like this room has been used for a while.
Did you say no use or has
No
been used
use.
for a while? Okay. Anything? Is that a chest down there, or am I mistaken? I think I'm probably mistaken. It's probably something else.
Sorry. It is a chest. Kind of. It's more for storage of dried goods.
Okay. Is there stuff in there currently? Like dried meats or something?
So when you go to open it, no. You don't find any dried meats. There's the remnants of, like, small crumbs here and there, but nothing that you're able to physically take.
Ransacked already. Sid, the rest of you probably noticed that Sid will kick the chest before reaching down to open it, just out of caution.
And it bites your foot. I'm just kidding.
But no, yeah. I don't think we're gonna find too much in here.
That's the perfect trap if you think about it. Like an empty chest, like it's a chest but it's empty. I let my guard down, chomp.
Bite. I will check with Detect Magic real quick before we go.
As you pop off your Detect Magic, you don't detect any traces of magic in the room.
That makes sense. Alright. I don't think we're going to find anything else of note in there. A real quick look over to see if there's anything in these mine carts, but I assume probably not.
Nope. Other than rust.
Rust. Alright. So, north, or do we want to go this other direction with the more fungal tentacle monsters?
I'm waiting for my ghost to report back.
Right.
So, Borodal, as your ghost comes back, he will say that as he followed the path down, he did find another similar room to this. This one looked more like a storage and a rest area. That was a small cot inside the room. And then a little further down, the space did open up significantly. But he did find more of those creatures that he spotted up top, along with a shaft to go down to the next level below.
When you say the ones we fought, the ones that had like the darkness around them?
The ones that you saw above. So instead of there being 2 that you saw up north, there's now 4.
Okay. But they were separated from like in a room to room.
Yep. They were in 2 different rooms.
Alright. Now, and this is just my observation and it can be completely wrong. If we can sneak past some and start killing the others, I don't think the others will come to investigate because we were there murdering the big ones for a good little bit and no one seemed to come in and peek.
I have a suspicion about this place. Would need more information to back it up with before I would be certain to act on it, but it seems like most of these creatures have developed senses that they rely on other than sight. The other creatures didn't seem to notice us when either of our scouts or us walked past, and they don't seem to react that much to light. Obviously, we still want to be on our guard, but that might be something that we can use to our advantage.
That's definitely something to look into. I just want to be careful how much we use that. But right now, I think it's actually a really good idea to try and sneak past what we can and fight only when we have to. I just don't want to accidentally think we're past one enemy and then have a bunch of them gang up on us.
Yeah.
I also want to save at least one of those venom-like mouth monsters and see if I can try and tame this thing.
We'll see about that.
And Sidian, it's at this point that your daylight goes out, and so you're left with the 30-foot radius of your hooded lantern.
You mean without, or?
Yeah, without. It went down from 60 feet down to 30 feet.
Oh, interesting. So the hood lantern is still active then?
Yeah, the hooded lantern's still active.
Oh, is it the drift globe inside? Is it just
It's
casting
just
light
off.
now? Okay. Yeah, they'll have it cast light, but they'll still keep it in the hood. Hood.
Okay.
But
Alright, I
actually,
have a
that works out.
really stupid idea, but we're probably gonna have to fight one of those teeth monsters anyway.
What's the idea? Is it just to fight one of the monsters?
No, I want to see if I can try and link and this is a Bordeaux thing, my mind with Merlin to the creature and see if there's any intelligence in it whatsoever, or is it just instincts, teeth, and eyes?
At this point, can I make an Arcana check against the creature? I don't know if I've seen it a ton, but like just as he's described it, if nothing else.
What are you trying to determine?
Just mostly I'm somewhat suspecting that this is either some kind of ooze or some kind of creature from the far realm, and from what he knows, linking minds with a creature from the far realm is a big no-no. Or maybe it's just some other type of creature.
Yeah,
I think it's mostly the creature type.
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
There's a little bit of, does he recognize this, and would he recognize it if it would be harmful for him to link minds with this thing?
Yeah.
That was a nat 1, so 13.
I don't think you're too sure. Based off of what you heard from it, it can potentially be something from another realm, some sort of creature that would be harmful to link minds with it. It can just be something you've never heard of, but you are not too confident.
I will advise him then, in general, that could be a dangerous move, but ultimately that's your call.
I appreciate the warning. My only counter is literally any move is almost a dangerous move except us leaving.
I mean, sure. There's still safer things that we could do other than linking minds with a creature without form. A reasonable form. But it's your choice. Just
Look,
if you turn on
by
us
some
and start
chance,
attacking us.
if by some chance I turn on you or drop dead, I want you to feel no guilt in you having to put us down, and I hope you won't hold it against us when we kill you.
Yeah, no, ditto on that, yeah. I got you there for sure. Just try not to lose your mind, I guess.
I mean, that's the plan. Also, it'd be a bitch if we've linked minds with other creatures like this caliber before. Not like sins directly or anything, but pretty bad stuff, and it hasn't killed us yet. If this does, it'd be kind of funny.
I mean, we'll find out, I guess. So are we moving closer to the north for you to do this, then?
A little bit, yeah, because skipping like the ones we've already seen that we know seem to be just trails other places. The one I'm following is the where my ghost scouted, where he says he found more of them, but also what looks to be in like another way down.
Boreal, do me a favor. Roll me a perception check for your ghost.
This is so exciting.
What was that?
It's okayish. It was in the hold on, double check my maths. Rolled a 7 plus a 4 is 11. Rolled an 11.
Okay. With an 11, as your ghost is looking at these creatures and kind of scouting around, you will notice that It smells a lot like rotting flesh.
And this is the many mouths and like eyes one, right?
I'm sorry?
This is the one with a lot of mouths, right?
Yes. That entire area, as you're scouting around, it reeked of rotting flesh.
Okay, so heads up anyone with sensitive noses looking at, the couches.
Calichus, just like puts a paw up, like she's trying to do a thumbs up, but she doesn't have any thumbs.
Aww.
Thanks for letting me know.
Cute.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's around
heads up for that.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, that was it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's around this time that Sid does, lift Calitrus up and like put her over his head and uses sees through her eyes some cat vision goggles.
Wonderful.
And we'll see how it goes.
Alright, I guess
60 feet of
proceed to
dark
try
vision
and
for
stealth.
Sidian, right?
What was that, sorry?
60 feet of dark vision now? For
Yeah.
Sidian? Perfect. So, where are you guys going?
Well, you said you wanted to stealth up, right?
Yes, if possible. Just trying to get to the next corridor on the next floor. Oh, actually, I put us to a vote. Do we want to try to get to the next floor to just try to keep going, or do we want to explore more? Because it will most definitely be more fights, and there may not be any gains other than fighting.
Seems like the main modus operandi, at least at this point, should be getting to the next floor.
Yeah, probably.
Um,
And if we gotta
At
fight
least-
something on the way, then we'll fight him then.
At the very least, it seems like for this level, since this is the main mine, the next level down might have more interesting things, but we're not really gonna know.
Worse, probably
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah. Could be worse, could be better. I don't think there's a ton of interesting stuff, but we'll see when we come across it. We'll have...
For all we know, killing these things might reveal some ancient glyph or treasure or spellbook. I don't know.
I
We
don't
don't know what
think...
kind of thing sloth hoards.
I think Greed does most of the hoarding. Greed's a hoarder.
I mean, I don't know. Like the laziest way I can think of hiding something is just sticking it with someone else.
Maybe? I don't know. I don't think that would be Greed's modus operandi. But I think let's just... Did you want to try the mind melding thing, or are we just going to try and sneak past?
Well, I'd like to try and sneak past, and then at the end, I'm going to try the mind meld leaving. But I don't know if we can sneak past them all. I hope we can. But I'm honestly thinking we're probably going to have to try at least.
Well, we'll probably have to cross that bridge when we get there. So shall we, or?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and roll me some stealth checks then.
All of us?
Is everyone trying to stealth up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hope so.
It sounded like...
Yes, please.
Okay.
I've got disadvantage on stealth, so we'll see how this goes.
Ew.
Ah, that's a 5. That is literally a 5.
Oh no. Well, hopefully everyone else rolled higher to make up for it.
So Sid
Yeah.
rolled a 16. Onyx rolled a natural 20 plus 2.
Perfect.
So that's good.
Perfect.
Apparently, even though he's literally made of metal and wood, and other things, he is able to be quite sneaky.
Wonderful. And then Bordal and Marlin.
Okay, so that was a 21 for Bordeaux, and then a 15 for Mullen.
Okay. Okay. As you guys make your way up, it is very quiet. You guys are moving relatively slowly. And Mercedes, I think you almost, because of the darkness, the uneven floor, almost trip on some of the tracks leading upwards. Thankfully, Onyx manages to reach out and catch you before you make too much noise. And you guys manage to successfully stealth your way up without attracting any attention up into these hallways.
Are you all right, Mercedes?
She'll just give a silent nod.
He returns the nod.
Like, it's one of those frantic nods, like, yeah.
Also, Sid will hood the lantern, of course.
Perfect. Can I get a marching order, please, for how you guys are going about this?
I'd say at this point, Sid in the back.
Merlin's-
Are you doing any scouting?
I'll go towards the front. I'm tanky.
I'll put Bordeaux in the front to try and scout out a bit for us, but I'll leave Merlin in the back in case something tries to come up behind us. We got like a tank in the back.
Okay.
So now I got Bordal, Mercedes, Onyx, City, and Marlin? Or...
I think so.
Okay. Does Onyx still have his light?
Onyx cannot see very well, but I think since he's staying close to Sidian with the hooded lantern, he's just gonna kind of... Actually, you know what? He probably would ask... He's gonna ask Mercedes if he can hold her hand to see better, or to know where to go. Make sure he knows where to go.
I don't think Mercedes knows where to go either.
Who's asking
I don't
this?
think this... Onyx. It's also
Aw.
fair. That's
Seeing
actually
this,
also fair.
I'm actually gonna just ask this. Do you guys
She'll
mind doing
take
the
his
rope system?
Cold metallic hand.
Actually, that's a good idea. That is a good idea.
And I just start slowly taking out my rope. Just everybody pass it down until you get to the last person. No one, not to leave it too slack or anything, but follow the gentle tug of the rope.
Okay.
Alright.
That's cool.
We got a couple people that can see pretty... Actually, can both your characters, Siler, see in the dark all right?
Pretty much.
Okay. And Sid has his cat vision. So probably still, though, best to, have the rope front and back to make sure that they know not to veer off.
Perfect. As you guys get to this bend in the path, you guys do You guys are hit with that smell of rotting flesh, and it is strong and almost makes it a little hard to breathe with just how bad it is. But as you guys pass through the corridor, you guys manage to successfully stealth your way past without attracting attention of the creatures in the first room.
All right.
So as you guys turn this corridor, you guys will see that there are a couple of almost destroyed boxes to your left. It looks like someone or something forced their way through this tunnel and kind of had no regard to damaging whatever was down here.
Maybe we shouldn't. Sidian will say in a hushed tone. I'm going to say it in a normal tone so we can hear each other. But maybe we should check this next room before we head through. Did you already scout through it before?
Oops.
Sorry, I was waiting for my thing to load. It got lost again. But yeah, no, Ghost would have been sent to explore any when we get into deviations.
All right. And then Sid will watch our back to make sure they do not sneak up on us again while we're waiting in this room for whatever time.
Perfect. And then at the last turn, you guys will notice that there are a couple of mining carts here, almost blocking the path. It does take a bit of effort to kind of climb over one that almost looks like it was crumpled up like a wad of paper, which is impressive because these things are made of pretty thick metal.
That's not a good sign.
And Borodal, as you are coming up on this path past that crumpled wad of metal, you'll see that your path branches, one to the north, one to the south. You will know from your ghost that the wall to the south leads to the room that has a bit of a rest area. There's a bed, a couple of barrels of what you assume is ale, though you're not too sure if they're full. Kind of leaves just a little, what you assume is a rest area for miners that were down here. And then the path to the north leads to the open area with the other two monsters.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that. That is a possible place for us to catch a breather. We can have people post watches if we decide to take a long rest, not a short one.
Yeah, I can create a barrier to keep from outside threats. But
which actually works if you just use it to plug up the door, and the rest of it are just on the other side.
Yeah. Do we want to rest now? Do we know there might be others later on? I feel like we still have at least some of our. We haven't.
No, this is a
energy.
nice little stop. But if we get into a fight now or a little bit on, and we feel like let's not push it and come back here, this is a good place to remember.
Yes. Maybe we'll find another. Maybe we'll come back here. That is a good point.
All right, onward. And I know for the ghost has my scout told me that up ahead of us north is where the other monsters were?
Yes. So your ghost would have told you that up ahead is the larger open area within the cave, and that is where the other creatures are currently at.
Are those the other creatures? Do you mean the other one that we already saw, or is this a different creature, or is this just a different
Other-
room?
It is the same creatures as the first tentacly monsters, but in these are the other two in a different room.
Okay.
This is a huge, huge map. My goodness.
All right, I'm
Large.
gonna once again send my ghost to just get a feeling for like if there's any more in the room that we may have not noticed.
Okay. What is your ghost's passive perception?
It's only 14.
Okay. That's still enough. I think because of the size of these monsters, your ghost is pretty confident in saying that there are only 2 of them in this room.
Oh, I just realized with my moon touch sword, it does glow at a radius of 15 feet. Should I be able to see more around me? Because
Oh yeah, that's a good
I
point.
see my
Do
icon
you-
in the middle of a pool of darkness.
Do you have it out?
Oh yeah, no.
I believe
Yeah, no,
you're
you
able
can,
to like extend and
I-
reduce the range. I believe that's
You can
part of
double
the
check
item.
that, but yeah, no. I don't know if it's like an instant flashlight or if it's something like a dim switch on it or something.
It says, in darkness, the unsheathed blade of the sword sheds moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius, and dim light for another 15 feet. Okay, so yeah, so
So-
it must be like instant flashlight.
Do you have it out?
I'd like to draw it so I can. Yeah, I'll take it out so I can see. As long as I'm not in immediate danger of alerting any of these tentacly guys.
There you go.
Thank you. Ah, that's so much better.
But yeah, Boredal, your ghost relays back to you that he is pretty confident that there are only 2 creatures in this room.
All right. And he said he saw what looks like a way down
Yep.
on the opposite side of them.
Yep, just past them, there is what he assumes is the way down to the next level.
All right, that's good enough for me. All right, so guys, here's my plan. Let me know what you think. We use some of the meat back and try and draw them into a place to get them to start chowing down, and we try our best to sneak around the other side and just tiptoe our way past.
How much meat in weight did you collect?
As much as I could hold with my 50 feet of rope. This is Merlin asking because he essentially carved up mainly all of it, that it was mostly meat and just made a giant backpack.
But it's probably going to be larger than 10 or heavier than 10 pounds. So mage hand is
Probably.
not an option here.
Yeah, no. In my version of this is getting hurled at them, not to hit, but to land in front of like an animal or something, and they will. I'm assuming either maybe smell or sense the blood and so much, and just start chowing down on it.
We'll see how they react. We should be ready for a fight if it goes wrong, but I think that's probably a good idea. We can avoid
If it goes
fight.
wrong,
Yeah, let's try it.
ready to stealth pass, and if it goes wrong, then we just start. We hit them hard.
Hit them till they die.
Okay. So who is throwing this backpack?
I'm gonna move so I can actually see what's
That-
going on.
Will be Merlin, but that's after everyone passes through him. He has chosen specifically not to be in front of anyone at any time, seeing as he has a giant
Okay.
meat backpack.
That's probably
Okay.
fair.
So Merlin from the back of the party is gonna chuck this meat backpack.
Maybe you should go
Well,
rush
I'd
forward.
like
Do we
us-
have a?
No, I'd like us to
Side
slowly
note.
stealth forward, and then like we break off. One going to,
Yeah.
one going right, the other's going left.
Do we know where the exit to this room is?
I believe it was behind them.
Yes.
All right. Like it was over. Like zooming out of it, it's over here.
Correct.
Okay. And let me just get a little bit farther because we might be able to go around this pillar. Okay, yeah, we can go around this pillar this way, and like, you're fast, right? You're decently fast, Marlon. So if you chuck it, if you chuck it over in this corner, we can run past the pillar and around. I almost wish there was like a temporary drawing tool. But like, we rush around the pillar
right?
and then back up through the other thing while they're on this
Do
side
you
of the pillar.
seriously not know? Like it's on the left.
There-
We can.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you could drop
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
there's that right there.
So down through here,
Where's
up
the-
here, that way. Is that the way you want to
Ah.
go?
Yeah, or
then we
more
Ouija it.
looping around and then like to here. I can't see the entire section, so. Where is the drawing tool? Like, is it
It's the little pencil.
the?
Yeah,
I don't see the pencil.
on the left side underneath the anvil, there should be a.
I see the person, the measurement controls, and the journal notes.
Oh,
So maybe I literally just don't have
maybe
it.
you don't just have it. That's probably it. Why does
That could be
Cider
it.
have it? What the?
I know about it because I've used this before. It might be a thing that's just no one use.
I mean, I understand why I would have it because I'm the DM. I have everything.
Damn, yeah.
But yeah. So was that my understanding? You guys want to go down that path?
That's what I was suggesting. And we should do
That's
the
the-
rope
Makes
That's
sense.
the plan. So,
method. Are you
um,
gonna be okay going off on your own to toss the meat and then joining up with us again?
That is the plan. I can see in the dark, and I will try my best to catch up with you guys. If it goes badly, you'll just start hearing fire. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
I should come back and join you.
Okay. All right. So, I think that's the plan. Anything anybody
Okay,
wants to do
so-
before?
And if anyone wants to do anything prep-wise, buffs or boosts, otherwise, with rope in hand, we stealth to the left, and Marlon is going to stealth, ready to fastball special to the right.
Okay. Everyone but I guess even also Marlene. Go ahead and roll me a stealth roll, please.
Yeah. And I think we're doing the same thing with the rope, having.
Yep.
I think Sid will offer. to
I don't. You go in front. If I can, I don't know. Could I? Because I have advantage with my cloak and everything. Can I use
15.
give Mercy the? Can I give Mercy the help action to give her like a straight roll instead of disadvantage? And I'll just take a straight roll because I have a ridiculous plus to this.
Is that 15?
It's okay. I
with-
just rolled. Is a 15? Yeah, 15. That's what I rolled this time.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Really need.
Are we
this
gonna
to succeed.
die?
Let me see because this is going to be an average of the group roll, so we'll see what
Yeah,
everyone
the
else
group
rolls.
rolls.
Um,
Onyx-
All right.
Onyx got a 17. Sid got a 19.
Okay,
So that's pretty good.
that is pretty
I'm
good.
so angry. This is not like an attack or nothing right now. I just rolled a 19 and a natural 20.
Dang,
Man.
you guys are
But it's good.
silent. I think you guys are able to utilize the darkness around you now that you guys are a bit more familiar traversing through these paths. You guys are able to sneak your way around this large column in the center here without attracting any attention, which is actually quite a feat considering there's a lot of debris around. It looks like there was either a struggle or something happened recently that caused a lot of destruction around this area.
All right. Could
Something
I
tells me
possibly make
these things fighting is messy.
yeah,
Hmm.
perception check as we're running through to see if there's like anything either interesting or anything that could like tell us what might have happened down here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I'm raging for Merlin, and I'm using a
Perfect.
silent forward, getting ready to pitch the meatball. Let me know
Okay.
when
Would
I see
that
them
be-
getting a little closer. I'm going to just pitch it.
Perception or investigation, actually?
Um, so what is it you're trying to look for?
Again, it's either anything like I think it's noteworthy on like what might have happened down here, like
Okay.
particularly if there's like anything that I could figure out that like how these things got down here in the first place, because I don't
Okay.
imagine that the dwarves like keeping things that
No.
create a mess like this.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
All right.
I mean, not perception, investigation.
Okay, yeah. 25.
Perfect. So I don't think you're able to determine where these things came from because they don't really leave tracks. And this area has kind of been destroyed so much. There's little bits of ooze all over the place. What you will notice as you kind of look around a bit more, huddled in the debris are remnants of previous dwarven miners. And it kind of dawns on you that this is where that stench is coming from. These bodies have been decaying here for weeks. And it almost looks like they're being dissolved.
Like with the slime that's on them?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so these things are oozes then, for sure. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I will kind of very, very quietly go, don't step in the ooze.
Noted.
But yeah, Marlon, if you want to go ahead and make me a ranged attack roll to see how accurate you're able to throw this thing.
$24.
Wonderful. So as you look over, Marlon, and you see the rest of your group kind of sneaking around this pillar, you determine that they are in the perfect position to make a break for it and give them ample time to kind of scurry and run. And so you chuck this thing as hard as you can in the opposite corner. And it makes actually quite a bit of ruckus as this heavy 25-pound makeshift bag of meat comes crashing on top of these wooden boxes. Almost immediately, these creatures, it's hard to say they turn because they don't really have a face or general direction, but you could tell that they're interested in the sound and the commotion, and they both start to slink their way over to that corner.
I'm just going to wait until I see if they react to the meat backpack.
Seems like they are.
It's interesting because they don't like pounce on it or jump on top to start eating it. It's almost slowly, a black tendril comes out from one of them and wraps itself around this meat backpack and starts to drag it into the center mass of their body.
Does the other one fight it for it at all, or is it just first come, first serve?
It doesn't look like the other one is fighting for it.
Interesting.
Well, I'm not going to debate the way it eats. I'm going to slowly make my way towards the group and hope they can get farther ahead while we try and get our way further down.
All right.
So you guys continue your way up, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
I think so. I don't think we want to double back now.
Make me one final stealth check, please.
Big money, no whammies.
Come on, another 4? I mean, no, I had my bonus, and that's a 5. Oh my gosh.
Let's get
I
more
was going to
money.
ask if you wanted. I was going to ask if you wanted assistance this round, but I guess it's too late.
Onyx
Sorry.
got a 17. Sid got a 10. Wait, no,
Perfect.
actually. Okay, yeah, no, that would be a 10.
Marlon, I'll allow you to give Mercedes assistance. So Mercedes, if you rolled with disadvantage, go ahead and take the higher of the 2 rolls.
Sorry, say that again? That cut out for me for just a little bit.
I was going to say I will allow Marlon to assist Mercedes in this roll because I know she's rolling with disadvantage. So Mercedes, if you had rolled twice, what was the higher of the 2 rolls?
17.
I'll allow you to keep that one. And Marlon, just a
Okay, thank
straight roll
you.
from you, please.
All right, without disadvantage, without advantage, it's still 21.
Perfect. And for Bordal?
So you see him thinking plates, all good, all success, and you hear a loud motherfucker as he trips with a natural one. So it's a weird kind of like, he looked like he tried to turn it into a combat roll, but he kind of ran into some rocks, so he's halfway turned and he's standing back up. Still raging, but you know, that was a natural one.
That is rough. So Mercedes, as you're walking up, you again are struggling a little bit with this darkness. You have your sword out, which is making it easier, but because there's so much metal down here as well, it's kind of causing these odd reflections and refractions to bounce off of your sword. And there's a moment where you almost hit your sword against an abandoned minecart, but Marlon comes in just in time to stop that from happening. And you are pretty stealthy, regardless of everything else. However, behind you, you hear Sidian, who, while
Yay.
fumbling with his hooded lantern, crash into a pile of broken down wood. And in an attempt to stop him, Borodal reaches out and tries to help save Sidian, but ends up causing a bigger commotion as he falls and tries to combat roll through this pile of debris.
Just
And then-
swap the names and swap the names.
Oh, yes.
Borodal helped
Marlon,
Mercy.
and
Marlon each.
Fresh. He sure did.
I have lost the title of Flip Wizard.
Yeah,
must regain it.
it's not good. With that, the creature that was not eating moves towards your direction. And now sensing that there's something else down here with you guys, moves to block your path.
Can I throw the other half of the meat backpack?
You sure can.
I would also like to do something in prep in this time.
Go ahead.
I want to dispel the... Basically, I want to... Like, after the tripping stuff, I'm going to kind of go quickly into dispelling the hooded lantern and, like, letting just float a bit more.
Okay.
And I'll have it float closer. And I'm going to try and summon the some dynamite again.
Okay.
Just in case. Not throwing it or anything. But dynamite and plunger.
Okay.
X mount again.
And drift globe, like halfway between you and the creatures? Or how far out do you want it?
I'll have it like a third, like I'll have it be like around here, I guess. But I like with the instruction to follow shortly after us.
Okay.
Yeah. Like once we run past it to like follow like within 10 feet, if
Okay.
that.
That works for me. Marlon, go ahead and make me your ranged attack roll to see how well you throw this sack of meat.
That's a 16 to try and throw it right, not behind it, but like to the left, so it'd be in between them. Hopefully, it gets its attention more than.
Okay. So Marlon, as you throw the sack of meat right in between them, the one that was currently digesting your first sack of meat extends another tentacle and grabs that sack of meat and drags it towards him as well.
Yeah.
That
Interesting.
gluttonous motherfucker.
The other one wants to work for his food, I guess.
If I can have everyone roll for initiative, please.
Whew. All right. Well, honestly, things have been going pretty well. So maybe we don't try and fight, and we just try and fight enough to get through. I guess we'll find out. Sid got a 15, Onyx got a 10. I'll type that out in dice rolls.
Okay, Marlon.
That advantage really helps.
It really does. That and having a good dexterity.
And Miss Mercedes, what was your initiative?
That was a nat 20 plus 1, so 21.
Nice. Marley. Mercedes. Obsidian. Onyx. 4 doll. 2. Okay, so we start with Marlin.
Oh boy. Well, he's
I was
already
listening
raging,
to-
but... Yep, all right.
Sorry. You can go.
Oh,
Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's already raging with the throws, and now he's eating shit, and he's going to go and attack this guy.
Okay.
Because this is now turned into a fight.
Yep.
And there's also no visible way to get past them without doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna go at them and take 2 swipes, big old swings at the one that's currently in the way, the one on the left.
Okay, go ahead and make your swing.
Reckless, right weapon master, let's hope this works. Uh, 27 to hit for the first.
That'll hit.
That's a natural 20 for the second one. Yes.
Woo! Do me a favor, Marlin. Make me 2 strength saving throws.
Sure. Okay, 21 for the first one, and then 20 for the second one.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and roll your damage, please. That feels like it's a lot of damage.
A lot of that.
Yeah, no, sorry, it's taking... and then my computer just resets the internet on me.
That is frustrating.
While we're calculating your damage, Mercedes, it is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon, I will
was
say
Okay,
that.
so I know I'm only going to be
Please.
able to move so close to these guys.
Yep.
No boom.
Okay, so... Sorry, keep going between tabs. Range. Okay, so I think what I'll do is simply cast Bless. So I'm going to go ahead and bless... Let's see, Sidian... let's see, which three? Sidian, Marlon, and...
You can
I
bless yourself
guess-
if you want.
That is your range of bless.
Oh,
30 feet.
yeah. Yep. Then I guess I'll bless myself that way. Everybody's got somebody covered.
City and Marlon and Mercedes, you guys are now blessed. Wonderful. Anything else you'd like to do, Miss Mercedes?
So I think that's all I can do with my actions.
Perfect.
I'm not close enough to use a bonus action, so I think that's it for this initial turn.
Perfect. Marlon, back to you. What was your damage on those rolls?
Okay, for both the attacks plus the critical plus the brutal critical of
Yep.
the plus the extra damage of the weapon, 88.
Ooh boy.
Marlon, you waste no time. Are you using your axe or your sword?
This is my axe, the nice shiny one.
Perfect. So as you are utilizing the powers of this axe that you just got, your swings are starting to feel a lot better, and you're getting more used to the balance of this axe, and you rain down these two mighty blows straight down the center of this beast. And it almost looks like you almost cleave this thing in half. But it was weird, as you were pulling back your axe to attack again, it's almost as if the creature did not want to give you back your axe, and it took a little extra force to pull back. But you damaged it successfully.
Nice.
Sweet.
Sidian, it is your turn.
Also, don't forget martial checks, guys. If you guys want to do those.
I was gonna bonus action frenzied rage and just do one
Oh
more.
yeah, go for it. Do one more before Sidian goes.
Same thing, weapon master, reckless. Also, anything he tries to hit me has advantage. Does a 30 hit?
A 30 does hit.
Really? It hits?
Surprisingly, right?
Yeah. I didn't think, yeah. Expectations are off. It's fine.
That's another 20 damage.
Okay. Merlin, you take another whack at this thing, and again, it is almost as if you're about to cleave this thing in half, but you don't quite get through it. Go ahead and make me another strength check, please.
Okay. 22.
Okay. And then same thing. Your axe almost feels like it does not want to come back to you. This creature does not want to give up your axe, but you manage to pry it back out. Anything else you'd like to do, Marlin?
Nope, that's it.
Perfect. Sidian, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna start with a martial check.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll that intelligence check, please.
16.
That is sufficient.
All right. I would like to know about its damage resistances. Good old damage resistances. Nothing beats damage resistances.
Perfect. So this thing is resistant to any bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage from non-magical weapons.
Remind me, did we rule that the conjured weapons and, in this case, explosives count as non-magical?
Yep.
Okay. Honestly, I still think I'm gonna...
You must make them magical.
Just, like, spit on it. Like, have Onyx spit on it. It counts as magical.
I don't think that works like that.
Really? I thought it did. I'm not kidding.
I mean, if you have a dragon, spit fire on it.
Well, if I have a dragon spit fire on dynamite, I think I'm probably gonna die. Let's see. Sid is going to move. He's going to move to there, I think.
Okay.
And I would like to chuck this dynamite, and I've got the plunger on the other end, and I've conjured the max amount. I would like to... Actually, let me double check the... Maybe it's... How high are the ceilings in here?
These ceilings are actually higher than the previous rooms you were in. You're looking at probably about 100 feet.
Okay, 100 feet. Could I throw it, arc it in the air, and like detonate it midair?
I may have you roll a sleight of hand check for that.
Because I want to like detonate it in the air on the far side with this thing. So that'd be kind of a hefty throw. But
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, roll me a ranged attack roll and then roll me a sleight of hand.
Alright. Dexterity for both. I mean, of course, dexterity for sleight of hand, but... Okay, a 21 for the attack roll. For the sleight of hand, that's a 12.
Okay. I think you mistime it just slightly, so it doesn't quite get as far in the air as you want. I think you're actually a little late when your activation, but you do manage to throw it just slightly behind this creature, and it's almost on the floor when it goes off.
Okay. Alright. I guess we'll see how that rolls out. I will use a dice roller. Actually, do we have a dice bot in here? No, we do not have a dice. Oh wait, no, we have our Vare. We have Vare. 10d6. Well, I guess it's a dex save, is it? Or is it... I think it's a dex save that it needs to make now. And then if it succeeds, it takes half.
These things are dexterous, absolutely. Totally.
I mean, that's partially the goal. Maybe it'll splatter around and make him run past it as it reforms.
So let me give you the rundown of this thing's dexterity. It rolled a 4.
Woo!
And then it has a -3 modifier for an unnatural 1. This thing didn't even move.
Nice. Barely even reacted.
It purposely tried to eat the explosion.
It sure did. It was like more meat, except the
Tried to
smoked
eat the
meat.
dynamite. All right. Now let's see. Big money, no whammies. It's a couple whammies in there, but it's not as bad as it could have been. So that's 27. Then I assume probably halved because it's not magical, but
Perfect. If I could have Marlin, Mercedes, and Sidian make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
uh-oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds about right.
Sorry, guys. I got 22
Perfect.
total.
16.
Okay.
You know what I just realized? We're in an underground cavern and you detonated that much dynamite.
It's 100 feet to the ceiling, so I'm not like it was not. I wasn't aiming for the ceiling either, but
Yeah, no, but like
detonated
you,
there.
the ground
Probably
is
more
still
the
attached
ground,
to the ceiling.
We'll find out what happens. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I got featherfall if the ground collapses. We're just gonna speed run to sloth, guys.
Oh god.
Wait, actually, that's not necessarily a bad idea. Just not like this.
Marlin, what was your dex save?
Okay, I was double checking if it was Marlin or if it was Borodal.
Marlin, please.
Which one did you mean? Because I didn't catch the name.
Marlin.
For those of you watching at home, don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't throw a large amount of explosives at a
21.
ghost monster. Perfect. So Marlin, Sidian, and Mercedes, as this dynamite lands behind this monster, there is a loud boom as it explodes, and this monster gets exploded into tiny bits that kind of go flying around you. And it took some quick reflexes, but Marlin and Sidian, you guys managed to dodge out of the way of these attacks. Mercedes, you use your shield at the last second to kind of block the spray of the body parts of this creature. And you successfully avoided damage. However, now you have this black substance sticking to your shield.
I can help with that.
Boy.
That stinks of rotting meat.
Yes.
Yuck.
Just prestidigitation it away. So is this thing like still like
Doesn't
somewhat
have-
there, but it's just like a
No, it's
large
gone.
portion of it? Okay, it's gone. I guess run. Back to plan A.
It does not look like the other creature has moved away from the backpacks of meat.
I mean, it's technically eating one of those giant things we faced without the head. That's a lot.
It's a lot of meat.
Yeah, it's a lot of meat. It's also a lot of meat to lug around. So probably for the best.
I'm
maybe.
assuming this thing like either becomes bigger or it just degrades until it eats more.
Something like that, but that might not be the time to find out what it's going to do after it's done eating.
But yeah, so what are you guys doing now?
I'm honestly surprised that worked so well.
I mean, to be fair, Siler took over 100 hit points of damage off of it.
Actually, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, no, the
Was it over?
barbarian, the one time.
Crazy stuff.
It was just everything, the dice rolls lined up perfectly, and it was glorious.
Yeah, no, it was 102 damage.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys run past this creature now, is that my understanding?
That's the plan, I think.
Yeah, Marlon's just gonna like take
Yeah.
just a cautious step toward the other one and wait for everyone to get past him before he takes up the rear again. Bordal's going to look a little disappointed as he was just about to do something, and then just sadly walks towards you guys.
Sorry about that. Good hit, by the way. Very good hit.
Yeah.
Sidian will try
Right.
to prestidigitate the black ooze off Mercy's shield.
Bordeaux is going to go up to Sidian and just
Thank
point of
you.
reference as he's also like covered in that stuff. Because that did detonate like to him.
Yeah.
And he will kindly ask you not to detonate that much dynamite while we're down here if you can help it. If it's last
Yeah,
resort, it's a
you
last
can help
resort.
That's probably fair. I figured there would be a quick way of dealing with it and dispersing it. I didn't think it was. I thought it would be maybe a. I didn't think it was going to blow up like that. I thought it was going to like malform it and like maybe blow a couple bits off.
Nope, it went boom.
It went boom.
You know, dynamite isn't really fire; it's just explosion.
No, it does not. Yeah, I don't have like a fire. It's not napalm or anything. It's just.
No, if you have napalm, please, but for the love of God, you let's use that on them. But dynamite, as I understand it, is just concussive force.
Boom.
Can I summon napalm with?
No.
Yeah, I figured. I figured I'd ask.
We need to discover and/or invent some napalm.
Oh god. But you guys round the corner of this pillar and you guys see in front of you this large hole that looks like it was drilled downward. And there is a very shaky wooden bridge that kind of crosses over it. And on the far other side, there is this mechanical lift that is used to transport what you assume is people and objects between this level and the bottom level.
All right, so let's spend another like 2, maybe this time we'll spend 3 sessions deciding how we go down this pit.
Not this time. This
Let's
time
just
there
jump down
is
there.
no
And we'll do
worry,
a
my friend.
later.
I still do
Leroy Jenkins, it is.
I still do want to like drop a rock with light on it before we go down, but I'm totally down to just feather fall,
Right.
jump and feather fall. Or are you
Let's
just
wing
jumping
it.
without the feather fall?
Oh, I'm running down the sides. I can do that. Because, Marlon, I'm literally just running down and just axe at the ready in case something happens, but I'm running down the sides.
Oh, this
The rest
is great.
of you want to do feather fall?
I think
it's
Featherfall
just-
would be nice. Because this
I
is
can,
a pretty steep drop. We're looking at about 100 feet down.
I can fly someone down there as well. Like, it's possibly 2 of you, depending on...
But flies like I don't know if you have like an ability or something, but like I can just spend the first level spell slot.
You notice, and you've seen this before, so I don't know why you question it, wings pop out of Bordel's back. And he just
Right,
waves at
right.
you with the wings.
No, I think Sid and Onyx are just gonna jump, and well, he'll wait and ask Mercy, "Do you want to just jump, or do you want to take the winged?" Actually, just jump. Let's just jump. Mercy, you would jump into a pit with me, right? Right?
Absolutely, my brother. Because we can achieve anything as long as we have faith in Saloon.
I feel like
Totally hoping there's not
this-
no magic negating stuff down there, because that would be so sad.
That
This
would be
exact-
hilarious.
Mother Priscina has brought up this exact scenario. I'm sure.
Yeah, if your brother runs off a cliff, you're gonna follow him?
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you're
I can't wait for Sid to go back and say, "Ha! You did."
told you she would.
So everyone is
But I mean, if other
jumping and
Yeah, no,
or
feather fall.
falling, right? Or running
so.
down the
Yeah.
sides, flying down. Okay.
Running down, flying down, and we've got, I'm assuming 3 because I'm
And-
assuming she's going with Sidian. So I don't know how fast we're all going down this thing.
We're just gonna jump into a Sarlacc pit. It's just a full-on Sarlacc pit.
Hey, someone's got to go claim down that armor. I know there's some armor sets down there.
I need the Beskar.
This is gonna be interesting.
Sorry. Oh, did I nail it on the head? Did I nail it on the head?
We don't know. Last time it was a pit of monsters. This time it's a pit of something worse.
If I could have everyone make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, this is where the effect of sloth is going to come in, I bet.
Like, who needs to concentrate on a spell that's currently keeping 3 of you aloft?
Constitution.
I mean,
What?
Featherfall isn't concentration. Is it concentration? I'm second guessing myself.
That is a.
it's not.
Oh,
It's not concentration. Oh, wow. That, certainly could be worse. Sid got a 17. Onyx got... do the math on that? 13.
Okay.
Okay, so dirty 20 for Borodal, and Marlin had a 23. If it's a 17 plus 7, is it a 23 or 24?
This was supposed to happen when we were in the elevator, isn't it?
24.
Okay,
I did the
perfect.
math.
So, everyone but Marlin and Borodal takes 33 poison damage
Oh, cool.
oh my
and are
gosh.
poisoned.
You said 33?
Marlin and Borodal, you guys take half.
Onyx should roll again because he has advantage on being poisoned.
Yep,
Or
go ahead.
he's okay. So I will roll a second time. Okay, that's cocked. Sorry, thought it was gonna be something else.
So
Okay, that's-
half of 33 rounded up or down?
Round it down, so 16.
23 this time for Onyx. Much
Perfect.
better.
Perfect. 16 poison damage, and you are not poisoned. But Sidian and Mercedes, you are poisoned.
Oh, so Onyx still... I think he does have resistance to poison damage as well, on top of that. Onyx. Being
Oh.
Warforged. Alright, nice. So... 8. But still the full 30 for...
Question: how long was the jump from? Well, how long was the ending of us fighting to us jumping off the bridge?
12 seconds?
Actually, that is a good point. Would we still have Bless?
You guys would still have Bless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that still be on, and I'm also double checking. I think that I attacked in the turn.
That just bring me up to
Nothing
11.
else.
Sid now got a 21 total.
No, yeah, I have immunity to poison damage when I'm raging.
Oh! Then you take nothing.
And then Sid, with the Bless, he got a 21 total.
Perfect.
So I forgot about that.
Perfect.
so-
That half.
Okay. And no poison?
And no poison. So it's just
Okay.
Mercedes who's poisoned.
Sorry, Mercy.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
Wait, aren't you? Oh, wait, no, that's diseases. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think she gets poison later on, but no. I'm actually a little surprised that that's what it was and not the other thing.
I mean, this makes more sense, like going down into a mine that you don't know what's down here. Is toxic fumes are actually one of the... This could literally be natural gas and we just don't know, like with the poisonous gas.
I'd say we could use Calatrus as a canary, but she's immune to poison damage. Is she immune or is she resistant? No, she is immune to poison. And the poison...
And now she'll be chirping all day while we die.
Chirping after we did.
But you guys make your way down that long jump, and as you guys land on the bottom, you guys are hit with this noxious gas that, for some of you, is almost painful to breathe in. But you guys see before you more tracks and a path that leads over to the left or right. What's odd is down here, it's almost as if the gas is illuminating the walkways or the paths.
Interesting.
So there's this
Ew.
odd green natural lighting around you.
So, do we need to have like some sort of way to resist the gas, or are we like not going to take any damage? Or
Maybe.
should I roll for something?
We will have to figure that out.
Detect magic? Is the gas magical?
The gas is not magical.
Alright. But
Alright.
it is luminescent.
Same as before. Sending Ghost out to scout. To the top and go, this time go right.
I think... Okay. Sorry.
Perfect. So as your ghost goes to the top and to the right, he will see that the path opens up into a large cavernous area where there's actually a small pond filled with water you probably don't want to touch because it is also glowing a bright green. But no creatures.
If there's anything down here that can survive this level of whatever poison this is, we probably don't fight it. I mean, aside from Sloth, you know.
Yeah, well... Can you guys see stuff on the map? Because currently I just see a black void.
I can see a split ahead of us.
Okay, I have an idea. It's a bad one, and it's going off the assumption that there probably aren't too many monsters in here, and we need to figure out a way to get either out of this gas or the next floor.
I cannot move.
If I use my boots, just run around and try and find the exit as quickly as possible. Because this honestly feels like a time trial. This feels like this gas is going to slowly just take us out.
So you want to use your boots to try and run through this relatively quickly?
Yeah,
you don't know what
speed run
dangers.
And try and find. And I don't know what dangers. I'm assuming there might not be anything in here because the gas looks like everything that might have been down here. I could very well be wrong. There could be a gas monster in here or something in the water that looks super dangerous just waiting for us. Or something on the ceiling because I haven't looked up.
I look up.
Oh. It is a rock ceiling.
Cool.
It's smiling Patrick.
The entire mountain is a mimic.
Okay, let me see. So your boots give you...
We won't be able to back you up if you fall into some dangerous situation, so...
I haven't used them, and if I had, I would have gotten another attack after that.
Yeah, that would have been terrifying. Hold on, let me figure some things out real quick.
But I don't know. None of this has happened. This is just a plan I'm proposing. I take a side of the map, try to map it out. You guys can try another, and I try my best not to run into anything.
With your boots and your speed now going up to 90, it would take you 1, 2, 3, 5 turns to do a lap around this place, which is roughly about 30 seconds.
So that's my plan. What do you guys think?
Once again, if you want to go for it, then I think you can go for it.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to try. If I end up giving you guys the code word of I found something bad, means it's likely a monster. If I find something good, if I yell out find something good, means there's something I want you guys to look out. If I don't say anything, but you see me coming back with another bundle, I probably found something I'm trying to like. If it's a pet, I want you guys to keep an open mind.
Depends on how evil the pet is.
Alright, and then it's a click of the boots and off I go.
Okay. Are you going to the right or to the left first?
I'm going to go to the left first, and then try and find my way around.
At the end of turn 1, you are roughly around here. So 6 seconds pass, and this is what you see. Path curving upwards. Still a lot of that green fog. Still no monsters.
Alright, and nothing else out of the ordinary?
No, you do see like a couple of rocks that look different. You assume they have some sort of metal ores in them that potentially could be what these doors were mining for.
Quick question, because I just noticed this. With my hasted action, could I also just dash?
You sure can. God. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go down that path really quickly and see what's there.
Okay. Further up, you see more of this room. Larger room, some mining equipment, but it doesn't look like it's been used. Still no creatures.
Alright, does this path like close off, or would I follow a continuous path?
It continues north, so you can continue to follow it up.
Alright, I'll continue to go north.
It is about here that you see that your path does split. You have an option to the north. Let me see. That leads into a pretty open room, but it doesn't look like it's anything much further than that. Option to the right looks like it kind of curves upward, but you're not able to see much past the initial curve.
I'll try the right first.
As you are approaching this area, you'll see that it looks like it is a lot more well maintained in this area. You stumble upon what can almost look like an entryway of constructed stone floor and stone wall around you, leading up to this very intricate gold door. And Marlon, I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
We're looking at this stone door.
Yep.
Cool, wisdom. The barbarian's awesome at that. Oof, it's a dirty 20.
Perfect. So as you're staring at this door, you almost feel this wave of exhaustion wash over you, but you manage to kind of shake it off.
Okay, so I'm going to take a few steps back, maybe 10 steps back, and just draw a giant groove in the floor. So I lead everyone back here because I think that's where we're probably going to want to go. Just let them know beforehand, hey, it's going to be the town again. And I explore the right side because that looked like it led to something probably.
Back this way? Is that where you wanted to go?
Yeah, just checking out what was it.
Not much of note. Again, more of the green noxious gas. But it looks like this is a dead end with more of those shiny ore rocks, but nothing. No monsters or no creatures.
Does this ore look familiar? Would I recognize any of it?
Roll me a nature check. Yeah.
That's a natural one.
No. It doesn't really look familiar. I don't think you've ever seen it. But then again, I don't think you've really been in a lot of mines. So to see unprocessed
I work
metals
with the
is a little
finished
harder.
product. I work with like
not the
the
rough
end
raw
result.
material.
Okay, I start to make my way back, but I will let everyone know. Well, actually, no, I'll try and explore the rest of this first. So I'll go back the way I came and then take the turns I didn't take. Nope.
Nothing good?
So going backwards, the only turn that would be different would be your initial one. You would go right instead of left. Is that what you would like to do?
Okay. So it's right, left, or down?
Yep, and down is where your party's at.
So down's the way we came, right? That's like where the hole was?
Yep.
And I run past them, I just give them a thumbs up.
Okay. As you run into the next room, you will see the body of water that Borodal was mentioning. It does look odd, as in it has a unnatural green tint to it. And more of shiny rocks, but nothing else that you would see that might pose as a potential threat.
Looking into the water, can we see through the water? Is there anything visible in the water?
Oh no, Marlon, are you looking into the water?
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go like follow exactly how you're doing right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm following that. Looking at. I will take a quick peek in the water because I see it's glowing and oozing some smoke. I assume, but I don't. Do I see anything?
You do see something down at the bottom. These glowing green rocks that you can kind of tell are dissolving, is I think the best word for them, into this water. These green fumes that's kind of around this cavern, it looks like it's coming actually from this water.
Take a rock into it.
The rock almost instantly dissolves as if it's been thrown into a vat of acid.
That
Don't
could
go
be
in the
used
water.
for something else. But I need to
Acid,
talk
you
to
say?
Sid. Yeah, I need to talk to Sid. He would know how to get this from Abe.
Acid.
I mean,
you say?
it worked. I mean, according to their story, this is how they killed the last one.
We might need
Drag
to come
his
back
lazy
with
ass
the proper
here,
materials.
and he dunked him in.
Depending on how far
no.
away that might be, either really easy or really hard.
Oh,
The merchant just appears at the side, selling overpriced balls to hit the paddle, the target, so they just go.
Yep. We start weakening that little drop like bridge over top, and it's like you hit this axe at those very weakened supports, and he goes dunking right in. Yeah, but no,
Sure, if
this
that's the
mental
plan you wanna
note to
go with.
talk to. Definitely going to talk to Sitting about this, but yeah, no. Go up a little bit forward to see if there's anything else in this room. I know that there's materials and whatnot, but anything?
Up
Nothing that
forward,
jumps out at me.
no, but you do see a path down to the south, and then two little branches up to the north. So I don't know which one you want to go to.
Okay, one to the left looks like it could connect with the room I went to, but I have no idea. The one to the right might be something else, so I'll try the right one first.
So as you approach the pathway to the right, you don't really see much. You see a large pile of rocks that looks like it's blocking your path going further north. And then it kind of splits off into the left again.
Like, does it look like a cave-in or just like some rocks in the way?
Looks like a cave-in.
Alright, well, guess I'll go to the left and see if there's anything else.
As you go to the left, you don't really see much. There's a little pathway that branches out, but nothing you see from where you're at. It looks like it's another path that goes north. And then you see the trail of tracks again down to your south.
Alright, well, this will be a dice roll. Explore the path that I don't think goes anywhere, or go to that path, because there was one more that goes south back in the big one. Alright, heads or tails?
Tails.
Alright, it's heads.
Incorrect. Was heads.
I guess I'm going up. I'm going to try that little path to see if there's anything in here.
So there's a little ledge that you have to climb over. And as you climb over and you make your way north, Marlon, you start to smell something that is kind of mixing in with the poisonous gas around you and making it really hard to breathe. As you turn this corner, you just see a pile of what can only be described as decaying bodies of mostly dwarves, but there are other humanoid creatures mixed in here.
And it's just bodies, or does it look like they have stuff with them, or were they stripped before being tossed?
Just bodies.
It's unfortunate. There's both a little prayer, and he's going to stop for a quick second and take out his endless little flask, or no, not a flask, a thermos of coffee, and just take a very long swig of that.
Perfect. The
And I'm
coffee
definitely going
helps
back.
to mask some of that smell, so probably the smartest choice.
Oh yeah, no, going back. Alright, I guess I'm going back. Alright. Hope that cave-in wasn't anything important.
Who knows?
So what you're saying is
No,
more
not at all.
dynamite. More dynamite.
I mean, it could have been the dynamite that caused this cave-in.
We will never really know. And as I leave, I didn't notice, like, there's a tiny little
That's not
hole
how
in
it
that
works.
cave-in, and you can see there's a glint, and there's like a handle, and a really beautiful-looking sword, and a bunch of other stuff that has our name
However,
on it.
yeah.
Like, this is like, hey, your bonus gifts before you take on this next sin. Is like, nope, no.
Clear the rubble.
Marlon, now that you're back in the main center big room, I used to have the path to the left and the path to the south.
I mean, we've only got like 2 people that can chuck boulders like they're pebbles.
Look, could I have cleared that path? Absolutely. That's not what I'm doing. I'm letting you guys know I found what I think is the next exit. Some water you and I need to talk about that looks like acid. A pile of
Acid.
bodies in one place, a small cave in another, and whatever's in the southbound little tunnel. I'm not engaging in anything because I don't want to trigger anything. You know? I don't need to try to solo
Oh,
this
that's
guy.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, we can investigate that stuff as a group.
We can choose to investigate now or possibly later, and
Awesome.
accidentally discover the stuff that we could have helped with.
Yeah. By the way, how much? How are you? How's everybody doing? How much later do you guys want to go?
I think I was just planning to finish up with Marlon's exploration and then
Yeah.
call it a day.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would have been good if this is like the save point right before, so we can hopefully get everybody in on this.
But yeah, Marlon, did you want to go to the left or down south?
Down south, we'll try to get the last one, or the last little nook and cranny.
Okay. As you make your way down here, Marlon, you will see that it is a bit similar to what you saw. No, this is a little different. You see a small room that is filled with tables and equipment. Roll me a religion check.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what kind of equipment, like, we cover? Chemistry, like a religion. Alright, that was a 17.
Okay. I don't think, Marlon, you're very religious, but you do know some of the offerings and some of the rituals that some religions do follow. And as you look around this room, looking at the tools that are laid out on one of the tables, and particularly the bloodstains that are showing up on the small center table, this was a room where you can assume that they practice living sacrifices of people or things for some reason.
Okay, I'm just gonna get a little closer look just to see how, I don't know, would this be a nature check? Like, how fresh is this blood? Like, did this happen days, weeks, years?
Go ahead and roll me a medicine check, actually.
Uh, 8 plus 1, that's a 9.
A little hard to tell with the state of the blood that it is. It is fully dry, and there is a lot of it. But because it's not wet, I think you're able to determine that this wasn't like within the past couple hours. But past that, it's not able to really determine much.
Anyone's guess, or someone else's guess other than mine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll do it for me. I'm gonna go back to the team and I'm gonna let them know in order what I found. First off, there's a place north, just so I can make this. Yeah, place north that hit me once again with like the feeling of what I assume I could recognize as Sloth's influence. There is another room to the left that had just more. It's where they assumed they were mining. To the right is the little lake of acid that I'm telling Sid about. To the bottom of that, there seems to be a place of quote-unquote religious sacrifice. So I don't, not sure how to make that, but I'll let Mercy know about that. Maybe she'll know better than I do. I let them know that there are two little corridors up at the top right, a little cave-in, and then the little side cave-in that has a bunch of bodies, people in, probably from the sacrifices. So we can totally figure out if we want to go check any of these places out before heading to the big place.
Yeah, some of those might be pretty useful to investigate.
That's if we want, and also, have you guys noticed that has the poison gotten any worse in like the time I've run around?
Has it gotten any worse in this area since we've been waiting?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, that's good.
Did it get worse when you went farther in?
I didn't notice anything, but I'm also currently immune to this.
I guess we need to be aware of that then. Actually, I have someone that can help with that. Sid holds up Calatrus.
Isn't she also immune?
She's immune, but she can sense poison, which I assume the gas would act as poison. So she's immune, but she can detect it still. So
she'll let us know how quickly we'll die, but she'll be fine.
She can act as a canary.
There certainly is poison here. Thanks, Calogis. Preach.
Yeah, no. This poison is tasting a little stronger. You guys should probably do something.
I mean, actually, yeah, that is, would be helpful.
The air is extra spicy over here?
Yeah, no, it's just really, what does it smell like? Does it smell like anything?
Sulfur.
Sulfur. That would make sense.
Great.
That tracks.
I swear, you know what? If we go and investigate that collapsed tunnel and we bust out of there, it's actually just Centurion and Martha.
It was Corral the entire time. That's where she's been.
Or that.
Actually, they're in the acid. They're in the acid. They just walk out. For some reason,
they're fighting in it.
Oh, that's not fighting.
That's rough. But we will end it here for tonight. It is getting late. So we will pick up again next time with what you guys decide to investigate, where you guys decide to investigate, and what happens to you guys next.
Next time.
Woo!
Alright, nice.
That's going to be awesome.
A little bit of housekeeping, guys.
Made it to another level. I'm excited.
Next week, we will be out of town, so probably won't be able to have a session on Monday.
Alright, that's good to know.
Okay.
No problem.
Thanks for the heads up.
Have fun.
But yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing.
Going back down El Paso.
Also, I don't know. I don't know if I've told you guys, but or who I have told or not. But anyways, my sister and I, we are going to be moving.